I'm Paul Van Squike of Taekwondo Guide, and this is Topic Tuesday. Topic Tuesday is the place where I answer your comments and questions all about Taekwondo. Let's jump in with this week's first comment from Arthur Borges Guitar, who writes, "Hello, my name is Arthur. I am 21 years old. I'm a music student. I am working with music, etc. But on the last few months, I have had so much interest in the idea of learning a martial art, especially Taekwondo. However, I'm afraid of the risks involving my hands. That's one of the reasons that got me on Taekwondo. Do you think it's too dangerous? Too dangerous? Is it possible to learn without breaking my fingers? Ha ha ha." Good question, Arthur. I understand your concern, and I can tell you in 21 years of doing Taekwondo, I have never broken a finger. Now, I've strained my fingers many times during sparring, but I've never broken my fingers, and none of the strains would be severe enough that I couldn't play the piano after. Now, everything in life comes with a risk. If you drive to your Taekwondo class, the risk of getting in an accident and not being able to play the piano is also present. And I would suggest to you that that risk is higher than getting hurt in class enough that you could not play the piano because of your injury from Taekwondo. I think your risk of injuring yourself commuting in a car is higher than hurting yourself in class in terms of an injury that would stop you from doing what you love with playing the piano there. So if you really are interested in Taekwondo, and you should be, it's a fantastic martial art and pursuit for fitness, just a great lifestyle, then I would suggest giving it a try. I think the risk-reward ratio is in the right place on this one to try it out and see what you think. From Anonymous Dude at 007. Hello, I have another question. Are rubber granules a good heavy bag filling? Good question. I, as you can see, only use freestanding heavy bags for convenience sake, not because they're the best thing to hit, but they're very easy to move around and adjust the space as needed in the room. So I've never used here at my facility or at home a hanging heavy bag. I've used them at other people's facilities, but I don't know what they filled them with. I don't have any recommendations on what to fill them with because I only use the freestanding kind. If you are interested in a freestanding heavy bag, the one that Century makes, known as Bob or Body Opponent Bag, is my personal favorite. It's got a sturdy rubber material that it's made out of, and it has anatomical targets on it that you can hit. But I'm afraid I can't help you with what to fill the bag with. From Stupid Haters, next Topic Tuesday. Have you watched Cobra Kai? If so, what are your thoughts? Has the show brought in more students into Taekwondo? All right. Yes, I have absolutely watched Cobra Kai. I've not watched any of the newest season yet, but I'm a good fan of the show. Not a big fan. I don't know everything about it, but as far as TV show goes, it's one of my favorite. So yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. As far as the martial arts goes, it's not an accurate portrayal of martial arts. The methods they use for training would not produce the results that you see in the show. They wouldn't even produce a less exaggerated result of what you see in the show. So this idea that, for example, with Miyagi-Do, you can do chores and program yourself for fighting is completely false. And even with Cobra Kai, it's just sort of a harder version of that. They do a lot of things that are, they have this veneer of being demanding and grueling and gritty, but they're not necessarily the best route to getting good at fighting either. So if you look at it as a training manual, it's rubbish. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that with most movies. That's not what movies are for. Cobra Kai is more of a mythology, using the martial arts as a vehicle to explore bigger and broader cultural themes. And I think it's really all about this interplay of two energies. You have old versus new. You have hard versus soft. It's something that you see present in culture right now, where you're seeing the world become more and more polarized, politically speaking. Even within the martial arts world, you can see, just going through the comments, how much people hate on each other just because they practice a different martial art from one another. So the world seems like it's becoming more and more polarized, and there's this sense that we're to rejoin the two energies and create something new. It's actually an alchemical concept called solve et coagula. Believe it or not, I have a whole separate channel that explores this topic. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment. And I'm not going to promote it on here because it's kind of just completely has nothing to do with martial arts. But if you're interested in seeing something on that, drop it in the comments and I'll send you a link. Anyway, this show really explores this theme quite thoroughly of dissolving two things, separating something into two things, and then recombining it together into a new entity. And it's kind of a new age idea that we're going to see all this turmoil and then end up heading into some kind of new golden age. It's a deep concept, and I think that show is one of the key pieces of media exploring that concept, the concept of the gray zone of moving forward in a new sort of age type of way. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just saying that's the energy that the show is playing with. So there's this whole cultural commentary going on there, and the martial arts are the vehicle through which that is explored. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's funny, it's full of drama. So if you enjoy kind of a soap opera-ish type of drama, then it's a lot of fun in that regard as well. And even though the training is completely silly, it gets me pumped about the martial arts. And that leads me into the next part. Yes, it absolutely has brought in people more than anything I know of. I ask students often when they come in, what got you interested in trying martial arts? And they very often say Cobra Kai. So especially with like probably boys ages 9 through 14 or so, you see a lot of interest in that show, and it does inspire them to actually get out there and do real martial arts, which is a good thing. So thank you, Cobra Kai. You know, I've often said one of the best things a Taekwondo school could do is create some kind of organization where we could pool our resources and create content like Cobra Kai that sparks curiosity, interest in something like Taekwondo, and then it will bring in new students more than maybe your individual marketing campaigns would. But of course, that would take a top-down approach, a big organization, and a lot of people running stuff. It's a big project. But cool idea if it ever came to fruition. All right, from Brox Zeditz 68. Sir, can you make a video how to balance when kicking? My coach always says, improve your balance. Please tell. Well, the secret sauce to improving your balance is to place 2 weights on your forearms tied with ropes, and then stand on one leg on a post in a garden in Asia. Now, if you're missing any of those pieces, you'll never get good with balance. No, the truth is, if you want to get good at balance for like kicking, which I'm guessing is what your coach is talking about, what you need to practice is kicking, lots of kicking. And then you'll develop the balance you need for kicking. Okay. I also am a firm believer in doing things slowly. So instead of throwing the kick out there, using your body's momentum to heave it up there, do it with technical accuracy in slow motion. And you'll see that balance, that builds the strength, flexibility, and coordination that you need to get better at those kicks. Now, if you're interested in doing more exercises like that, I have videos in my how-to playlist on how all that stuff works. Check those out, and check out my website, tkdguide.com, with the free training course called How to Supercharge Your Taekwondo, or Supercharge Your Taekwondo, that has follow-along exercises you can do to help build your strength, flexibility, coordination, and balance. They all kind of work together. All right, next from Precisionist Anti-Fear. Woohoo! Topic Tuesday. By the way, do you plan on making other kinds of vids like tips and tricks, so like you used to? And edit too. Your old videos have very entertaining editing, yet informative. Yes, you can see those in my how-to section. If you go to my how-to playlist, you'll see all of those videos. I did do a lot of the basic techniques already, so of course at a certain point I'd be repeating myself. But yeah, I'd love to make more of those. The problem, as I've mentioned, is that I have just had a heck of a time with this right hip of mine. It's given me all kinds of problems, and trying various things to solve it, but I have been unsuccessful so far. So if I make a video where I really try to show my full range of motion, my full technique quality, it really hurts me, and it'll hurt me for sometimes weeks after recording that. So like if you watch my jump front kick video, one of the last ones I did, that hurt me for weeks, and it wasn't even the best kick that I could do. I lost a lot of skill that I had developed in that because of the injury. So it's just an unfortunate situation that I'm finding myself in, and I'm not exactly sure where to take the channel, because those videos overwhelmingly do significantly better than Topic Tuesday or any of the other things I've tried, like historical deep dives that have the editing qualities. They just don't get the views and attention that my technique, tips, and tricks videos get. So unfortunately, I plan on continuing the Topic Tuesdays because they're so simple to put together, but I'm not exactly sure where I will be taking the channel from here unless I can figure out a way to heal my hip. I am trying a couple more things. I've got about 3 more things to try to check off of the list that are things I'm aware of, at least. So I'll be working with that to see if I can make any improvements. But it's just an unfortunate thing, because it's like you put all this time into earning a PhD, for example, and then you get hit in the head and you forget everything. It's kind of like that. I worked really hard, a good chunk of my life, to build the skills, and then they've in some ways been stripped from me. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'd love to make more videos if I could in that way. Thank you as always. If you keep the comments coming, I'll keep making Topic Tuesdays. I make the Topic Tuesdays because you guys stay engaged, which makes me think there's some kind of value to these. If you don't stay engaged, I'll think they've run their course. There's no more value left in Topic Tuesdays, and I can stop making it and move on to something else. But if you're liking Topic Tuesdays and you like it and you find it valuable, leave those comments and we'll have more conversations every Tuesday. Thank you as always. I really appreciate you guys who get in here and check out the Topic Tuesdays. You are the diehard fans. Appreciate you. And until next time, enjoy your training.